This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap for Friday on the James Dix Financial Network. I'm Jack Lott. In economic news, and it was a big economic day on Friday, consumers boosted their spending in May as their incomes grew solidly, which was an encouraging sign that high gas prices have not killed people's appetites to buy. Inflation reportedly moderated a bit. It was the second month in a row that consumer spending went up a half percentage point. Also, incomes, the fuel for future spending, rebounded in May, growing by 0.4%. Spending on construction projects jumped in May. It jumped up to 0.9%. That's the most since February 2006. The gain was driven by a 4.1% increase in spending on federal projects. Business activity expanded strongly in the Chicago region in June, but at a slower pace than in May. The Chicago Purchasing Managers Index fell to 60.2% from 61.7 in May. They had been expecting a reading of 57.5%. University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index rose 85.3 in June from 83.7 earlier in the month. And in other business news today, a new airline passenger information sharing agreement between the European Union and the United States aimed at thwarting terrorism will go before European parliaments after concessions on both sides this week. It'll likely go into effect sometime in July. South Korea and the U.S. agreed on final changes to their pending free trade agreement, clearing the last hurdle to the fast-approaching deadline to sign the deal as thousands of workers took to the streets in Seoul to protest that deal. And China enacted a labor law meant to improve workers' rights in that country. Boeing Company announced it has reached agreements to buy an estimated $500 million worth of parts from Chinese firms for their 747 and 787 planes. Scheduled economic reports coming out next week include the ISM Index, that's the manufacturing index for June, factory orders for May, pending home sales for May, non-manufacturing ISM, that's coming out as well for June, and the non-farm payroll is the big report of the week for June, scheduled next Friday. Earnings reports that are scheduled next week. It's going to be a slow week due to the July 4th holiday on Wednesday. By the way, the markets will be closed on Wednesday of next week, the 4th of July. Some of the big corporate earnings scheduled include Bassett Furniture, International Speedway, as well as Tops Incorporated. Second quarter earnings season begins on July 9th when Alcoa is scheduled to release its earnings package. Stocks in the news we were watching today, UAL Corporation. UAUA is the stock symbol. It was upgraded by J.P. Morgan to sector overweight from neutral. And General Motors, GM, said it would sell for $5.6 billion its Allison Transmission commercial and military business to Carlyle Group and the Onyx Corporation. And that's the latest on Market Wrap for the week. It's Friday. I'm Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network.